Hi, my name is Edwin Murphy, and this is going to be my interpretation of the Supreme Court case with the Industrial Union Department, AFL, CIO, and American Petroleum Institute. So the question in this case was, did the Secretary of Labor exceed his authority to set standards under the Occupational Safety and Health Act? After reviewing the case and reading more into it, I believe that yes, the Secretary did exceed his authority, and here's why. The Secretary tried to lower the PEL, permissible exposure limit, for benzene, which is a known carcinogen. He tried to lower it from 10 parts per million to 1 part per million. So then OSHA stepped in. OSHA argued that any exposure to carcinogen like benzene, H2S, any chemical is going to be dangerous. So the limit should be as low as technologically feasible or possible. But in the Supreme Court, they disagreed. They said that before setting such a strict standard, the Secretary must first prove that the existing levels pose a significant risk to the workers' health, anybody working around it in the area. So in other words, OSHA can't just assume that any exposure is unsafe. They need substantial evidence to justify their regulations. So they can't just put anything into place. They have to justify it when they're setting the regulations. So then the court emphasized that OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Act, was designed to protect workers from significant risk from these exposures. The Secretary went beyond what the law allows. Therefore, he was, in my opinion, was exceeding his authority. This decision was important because it clarified that OSHA must balance scientific evidence and economic and practical considerations when setting workplace standards. So, in conclusion, I believe the Secretary exceeded his authority because he failed when trying to demonstrate that the existing benzene level posed a significant risk, which is necessary and legal requirement under this act. So thank you for watching. Once again,